Hey, Caleb. Hey, Cordell.
Hi.
Hi.
I was thinking today, we really got to be relatable. You got to be relatable, not even just to the kids, but just to everybody. So, you know that feel when, you were gonna make leftover pizza, but when you got home, you forgot. So you made a PB&J instead. And when you opened the fridge to get your jelly, you realized and looked at the pizza and were like, damn, I should have made the pizza slice.
I'm looking for something real quick because, Sammy, you said this was going to be a not so smart cold open. I'm sorry, this is one of the smartest things that's ever happened on this show. This is extremely relatable.
Oh. I did a backwards smart thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cordell's even looking pensive over there.
You got me thinking. Because, sometimes I really do be going to do one task, forget about that task, and then do an adjacent task that in the doing reminds me of the original task I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Such as when I'm like, oh man, I want to play a video game when I get home. Then I get home and I play a couple hours of a video game that I wasn't intending to play, only to remember that it was a different game I was going to play.
Mm-hmm. Oops. I guess this is Junk House.
It's a psychobilly freakout.
Yeah, I think, in a way, we set out to do Junk House and accidentally have done the first episode of Smart House, not affiliated with the DCOM from the 2000s. This is the first episode of Smart House. We've begun it.
Yeah, it's HAUS.
Oh, that's good.
Smart House.
Okay.
Smart House.
Well, welcome to Smart House.
Yeah, welcome to Smart House, the most intelligent podcast there's ever been.
Should I just...
And so relatable. The most relatable podcast you've ever listened to.
Relatable, intelligent, sexual.
Yes. Do y'all want some good news and bad news?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Good news. It's almost Switch 2 day. Bad news. My Switch won't get here till next week. So, got that update yesterday.
That should be illegal.
Yeah. Do you want to know my good news, bad news?
Yeah.
Good news, it's almost Switch 2 day. Bad news, I do not know at what point within the next, from now to Christmas, I will get my Switch 2.
That is my same good news, bad news.
Yep.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, my parents were like, hey, happy birthday and Christmas. You're going to get a Switch 2. We didn't know the best way to go about this, but it's going to happen. So at some point, we will maybe send you the money to buy it, or we'll buy it and it'll mail to you. We'll figure it out. And that's kind of where we left it.
Yeah, they gave you the IOU a Switch 2.
Oh, yeah.
We love it.
Yep. Speaking of Smart House, this is, and the Switch 2. I do want to take a moment to say that I really, really, really hate the digital era of everything.
Yeah, the digitizing.
I hate that, now, it's a little bit of just the way things are, so I'm not going to be like, Nintendo specifically is evil for this, like some people have responded. Like, the fact that if you got your hands on a Switch 2 console early, that until Nintendo sends out whatever activating thing through their online stuff, the Switch 2 would not work as a console.
Yeah.
I get why they're doing it, but I don't love it.
Yeah, same boat.
And I do think it's like you buying a console in the year 2025, acknowledge that it will lose significant functionality without an internet connection. I think you buying a video game, acknowledge you will lose updates and functionality without internet connection. Like it is getting harder and harder to have things that can be played offline.
Mm-hmm.
And you just got to roll with that if you want to enjoy these hobbies and do your best to make not analog, but just like offline versions of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Getting physical copies of your favorite movies, video games.
Charging at your friends with guns for Fortnite. That's one.
Yep.
That's one
Mm-hmm.
real,
Mm-hmm.
Offline
Analog
idea.
Yeah. Sometimes we go out and play real mini golf instead of doing putt party.
Yeah.
Do you know how badly I just want to play mini golf with y'all in real life just to see
So
really
how badly it would go? And then okay, hear me out, because this is a bad idea, but it's also great. We play mini golf, but we go at a time where it's most likely going to be just us, and then we can put some cards like face down on the track, and then if your ball rolls over them, it's the boost that we get in
It's
putt
the
party.
boost,
Like
yeah.
instead of zany ball, when you play zany ball, it's just the next shot the other two people have to take. They have to hit as hard as they can.
see,
One
I
of the
thought
power
of
ups is you can just throw.
yeah. Teleport. You pick up your ball, walk 5 feet forward, set it down.
Yes.
There are versions of this we could do. What I thought of was not erudite enough for Smart House officially, so we're gonna pounce briefly into Junk House territory. I
Okay.
thought let's
That's
bring Caleb's taser and tase the last person in each hole.
Holy shit.
Do a little tase.
Have we talked about on Junk House? Have we brought up on Junk House before how I have a taser that I got for free, or is this?
I'm pretty sure. I feel like we've had to, but feel free to bring it up again.
Refresh
Hey, I have a
the
taser
Smart
I
House
got for
listeners.
free.
Though.
That's it. That's all that really needs to be said. I have a taser that I got for free,
Yeah.
and it's terrifying. That's
So-
it.
Caleb, I don't know if you recall, but early on in college when we were living
Mhm.
together, I had this goal of being tased by 20.
Yes.
I didn't achieve it.
Do you
I
want to go
never
tased
got
by
tased.
30?
Phased by 30 is the new one.
Okay.
I need to get phased. And I was thinking within the next year or two, when life settles out for me and I'm done with school, I think the three of us, like, we should take a vacation, go out to Colorado, bring the taser. Maybe Caleb and I drive up there, and it's tasing time. While also mini golfing and eating food and doing coffee and just going maybe on a hike. We've never been outside together.
Hey,
Yeah.
I know
Up in
some
the
good
mountains.
hikes in Rocky Mountain National Park now because I
Right.
took them and they're
We
beautiful.
could
Now,
camp.
did I
We could camp.
fully not expect the lack of oxygen pressure up there and got
you did.
kind
Yeah.
of sick? Yes. But
You really gotta think about that. It's crazy up here.
especially when you're like me and you're big and you don't do high, like I walk probably about half a mile to a mile every day at this point with my dog.
Okay.
There
Yeah.
you go.
But there's a difference between walking on a mostly flat plain and hiking up a mountain, even with a
Yeah.
trail.
Respectfully, Caleb, your body type was designed to live in a cave deep in a valley,
Yes.
not to be on any kind of slopes or mountains.
Yeah. 100%.
In listening back to some of our old episodes, I do think we really do embody the parts of the Sonic Heroes teams we described each other as. Caleb being power, me being flight, Cordell being speed. I feel like
Mhm.
we kind of have just been continuing this experience.
Yeah,
And that was smart. That was a smart thing to say.
that was
Welcome
It's
back to
very
Smart
smart.
House.
Welcome back to
We're
Smart
back
House.
in the Smart House.
As part of-
that's a good bit. That's a
As
good bit.
part of Smart House, I actually have a game for y'all.
I like
but-
games.
Inspired by, and we played this last week, just me and Sammy.
Okay.
But inspired by the New York Times connections. Welcome to Junk Connections. So I've made it work in an audio medium in a different way. And Cordell looks kind of nervous, but I have one for each of y'all. And Cordell, the way this works, as established last week.
Are you going to give me a list of things and I find the connecting factor?
It's a little bit like that, except I'm going to name one thing. If you can guess what the connection would be based off the one thing, 4 points. Then you get the next thing, 3 points.
Okay.
On down.
Yeah.
After the second thing, you can get a small hint if you want. It won't dock your points. If you're like, I don't know what this would be. You know? So I have one for each of y'all. Who would like to go first?
Would you like me to go first since I've done this before, Cordell, or do you want to go first?
All right, Samantha. Your first thing is Super Mario.
Super Mario, the character?
I would
guess I
not.
don't.
Yeah, I don't think I can expound upon that.
I'm gonna grip and rip a crazy connection.
Okay.
All of these characters are plumbers.
Oh, that's a fun one. But that is not the connection I have in mind. And
Okay.
I think this next one will help you out a little bit.
Okay.
Minecraft.
Oh, is this best? Oh, no. I was going to say best selling series, but I think this is actually video games that have been turned into movies.
Oh, that is another very good one. And you are, here's your hint based off Super Mario and Minecraft. You are surprisingly close
With the movie one?
with the video games that have been turned into movies.
Oh my God.
Oh, uh-huh.
Is it video game movies that Jack Black is in?
It is not.
Damn it, Caleb.
Look,
That one would have been incredible.
That one would have been incredible. I would put this on the medium to hard end. So for 2 points, Animal Crossing. So we have Super Mario, Minecraft, Animal Crossing.
I'm close with they've turned them into movies, so it's related to movies.
I would say this is more
hint?
yeah, I'll give you this extra hint. It's video games that have been turned into something.
Okay, then confirmed. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna say I don't know. This is me betting it all on saying games that have been turned into Switch editions.
That is not
Have I just
correct.
thought of incredible ones?
So the fourth one was going to be Overwatch. And do you want to have one more guess before you give up? Or do you want to
have no idea.
These are all video games that have been turned into official Lego sets. There's Lego Super Mario, Lego Minecraft, Lego Animal Crossing, and Lego Overwatch.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I didn't know there was Lego. I was just like, this happened because I was walking through Target and I saw Lego Minecraft and I was like, huh, that doesn't make sense. Why would they?
Caleb, sorry, Caleb. Minecraft Legos is the only thing that makes sense.
Okay, you're right. Like it does. Okay, it doesn't make sense to me because I'm like, isn't that just like Minecraft is essentially just Legos? Why would they not make their own line instead of partnering? But
that's
you
fair.
get the brand.
That's
Yeah, that's more what I was thinking.
Well, that's because of existing infrastructure.
That was the conclusion I came to. Cordell, are you ready? And
As ready as I'll ever be, Caleb. I play Connections every day, and I'm middling at it.
I would put this in the same medium-ish to hard category, okay?
Okay.
Feel free to go easier on him.
Hurt me.
First up,
Okay.
Golden Compass.
failed book adaptations, like movie adaptations into books that were like box office failures.
Not quite, but yeah. I'll go wait till you get a second. So the second one, Green Lantern.
Mm.
And after this one is when you'll get a little hint. I think Sammy might have got it.
Well,
I saw.
I keep
face
on
of
thinking
recognition.
I keep on thinking I get
Right.
something, and it's just different connections, different
And
ways to
hey,
connect.
to be fair, because we established this last week, Cordell, if you find a connection that works, even if I didn't think of it, you get points. That's the way this works.
Like the first one, or
Is there a
No,
Switch Overwatch?
the first one actually doesn't work. The first thing you did actually does not work.
okay?
With what I'm thinking.
Movies with notoriously bad CGI.
Let me think about the other ones I'm thinking. I don't think I would qualify that. I don't think I would count that.
Okay.
Okay, next one, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And your hint is going to be movies is the thing here.
Right.
These movies do something, and it's kind of funny how bad it went.
That the hint is that these movies do something.
They do something specific, yeah.
Is it that they integrate music into the action of a scene?
I think all the movies I'm thinking of do that. All the movies on my list do that. So I'll read this last one.
Okay.
And then Sammy, so we can all discuss whether we give Cordell the point and technically the win for this week, okay?
Well, then I want to give an official guess from the last one before we decide.
Okay. The last one I was going to say is Fan 4 Stick.
Golden Compass.
Green Lantern. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Fan 4 Stick.
Is it movies that set up sequels that don't come?
Yes, that's it. It's movies that set up a sequel that never show up. Yeah.
Okay.
That was the connection I was going for.
Okay, and I never saw Golden Compass, and it's been a long time since Green Lantern. I didn't remember if either of them, like, when I was thinking is like the fight with Electro in Amazing Spider-Man 2, where they did the little itsy bitsy spider as he was hitting off the like different.
Yes.
That stupid moment. That's what I was thinking of.
So stupid, but also so good. Like, I was hyped for that for no reason.
Very comic booky. Not the vibe the movie was going for.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was it. Yeah. Movies that set up a sequel that never paid off.
What if I told you I came up with one?
Oh, what'd you come up with?
Yo.
Okay. You can work together because this is different from the one I made up on the spot last week.
Okay.
Okay. Your first character. Oops. Spoiler alert. Monkey D. Luffy.
Oh, I feel like I know what it is based off of that.
Okay.
I also feel like I might know what it is, but I'm going to let Caleb do it first.
I feel like this is characters with powers that are basically they realize they're in a cartoon and use cartoon logic on everyone.
Another very good one, but incorrect.
Okay.
Characters that realize they're gods or basically gods.
That is also incorrect. The next one is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Is this characters that literally spin their legs to go fast? Like when they run, their legs go like that for some reason.
Another great, another great answer, but no.
This isn't
Ooh.
animated characters with live action adaptations, is it?
No, but
Ooh.
another really good one. The hint I'm going to give you.
The hentai.
The hentai I will give you is the answer is involved with villains of these characters.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Do we get
This
the third
one,
now?
I'm giving you a little bit of an extra hint because this one is a little bit of a stretch, and I feel like the fourth one will possibly give it away. Peter Pan.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, is this characters who fight villains with hook hands?
It's characters who fight villains with bodacious mustaches.
Oh, you got it wrong. I'm
What?
So sorry.
My only other guess would be like characters who fought the literal devil, but I don't know if Peter Pan
Ooh.
actually does that.
Okay, here's the one that'll give it away. Batman. At least I think it'll give it away.
I don't know much about Sonic. Hey, Cordell, do you know anything about Sonic the Hedgehog?
A little bit.
Does he ever fight like crocodiles?
Probably. There is
Is
a
it
crocodile
characters-
character who's like a rogue gallery kind of dude.
Is it characters who fight crocodile? Like 'cause
Monkey
there's
D.
Killer
Luffy
Croc,
fights a character named Crocodile.
right?
Sonic has a friend who was a villain named Vector, who is a crocodile.
There we go.
Peter Pan is that's the kind of stretch. Is we got TikTok, TikTok Croc, who's kind of a villain, and then Killer Croc. Yeah, you got it right. It's crocodiles.
Okay, my turn.
I'm digging. Okay.
Ooh,
I got one. It's pretty good.
This is the beauty of Junk Connections.
Junk Connections is so fun and pretty. You can do them quick if you're forced to.
All right.
Okay.
Sewing machine.
Sewing machine.
Things with machine in their name.
No.
Is it things that use a pedal to speed up?
Good guess, but no.
Okay.
Okay. A wicker basket.
All of these are things that you use two words to describe.
Things
Clever,
Cordell can
but
see.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Was that 3 points? 3 points?
It's 3 points.
Very nice.
My hint was gonna be it's a visual connection.
It's a visual gag. You wouldn't get it.
That's why we're doing Smart House. Caleb caught that real quick.
Yeah, it's because I'm smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Junk. Cordell, how did you like Junk Connections? That was your first time getting to do it.
I thought it was fun. I like all these little games and puzzles you come up with. They make me happy. So
Good. Very good. It makes me happy when people like my games. Sammy?
It's Pride Month.
It's Pride Month.
This is the first episode of Pride Month, 2025.
So
Everyone's gay.
this is Smart House and then parenthetical gay.
And then even a smaller parenthetical, actually brackets that says
Yeah,
It
yeah.
says that exactly.
Gay, non-derogatory.
Non-to-tattered.
Well, happy Pride.
Happy Pride. That's all I was going to say. Nothing
There
of
is-
consequence, but happy Pride.
Yeah, there is a simple, like, I don't know if you will agree with this, either of you, but I find a level of trustworthiness that decreases, like the level of how much I trust sincerity decreases with the size of a celebration.
Huh.
So those
Okay.
those brands and people who are like, it's Pride Month, and they're just like really loud and obnoxious, and like everything's got like pride, 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 pride. A little part of me is like, and I trust your sincerity less right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whereas on the Smart House gay non-derogatory, we're like, woo, pride. And then we move on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think it's a perfect heuristic, but there is a part of me that the louder they celebrate, the more I'm like,
I think if I may twist that, the way I
please.
view it,
Yeah.
the more money somebody stands to gain off of saying Happy Pride Month, the less I trust that they actually are sincere about it.
Which
Yes.
also coincides with the amount of merch volume, what attention they get. Because we stand to make zero money off of Pride Month.
Exactly.
Unless I Venmo Sammy $1 or $2.
Yeah, which you could.
What if we all... Okay, wait. So, Cordell, you start the chain. You Venmo Sammy $2. Sammy, then you Venmo me that same $2. And then I Venmo Cordell that same $2. No money is really lost. And we all get
Or
paid.
gained.
We're all getting
Oh.
paid. I like that. Yeah. Y'all want to do Cash App or Venmo?
Whoa. Cashmo or VinApp?
I find Cash App to be easier.
Sure, if we are actually doing this bit, then
Well,
sure.
yes, yeah. I mean, listen, it's Pride Month. We gotta support our friends and allies.
Exactly. Also, I saw a dad on Facebook share a very wholesome meme where it said, "Imagine me as the pole that the flag sits on. I'm not part of the flag because I'm straight, but I'm supporting it." And I was like, you know what? That's funny and good. I like this.
Yeah. Well, it's like there's also, there's some people who Christmas rolls around and they celebrate Christmas that one time a year. And then there are other people who are a little bit Christmassy all year long. And it's like, Junk House, not super pridey for the month, but a little bit gay all year.
But a
Very.
little bit gay.
Little bit gay. I think I'm the
Just
gayest
a
one on this
little.
show.
Maybe.
Bold claims.
Bold claims from the
claims.
cis white straight guy.
Yep. I
You know what? I don't think we can challenge Cordell on this. Sammy, I don't know what specifically you or I have ever had happen in our lives or anything that would challenge Cordell on being the most LGBTQIA plus person on this pod. And
Let's get beers together.
queers and
Queers
automobiles.
in Austin. Oh, and automobiles.
queers and
Let's
automobiles.
get beers together, queers and automobiles.
And then we
Okay.
stop being in automobiles after we have the beers. Because
I just sent you $2 for Pride.
$2 for Pride.
And let me say it this way. I am the gayest on this pod. Simply in that unique special way that a cishet man can be turbo gay.
So, okay, there is something interesting to this, which is that Cordell exists in a bubble in which when I tell my friends that have never met Cordell and have never seen Cordell, and I say, I have a best friend, his name is Cordell, they assume black.
Mhm.
And then they meet Cordell and they're like, that's the whitest person I've ever met. And then
For
they
sure.
say, yeah, like him and his wife Emily are two like very white people. And they say, wife? And I say, yes. And that's kind of what happens.
I didn't know the wife part happens.
That's happened a total of once. So
Fair.
and I think it's just because like it's kind of weird how like we talked about this before, how like straight white guy, there is like this idea that there is a need to be this like toxically hyper masculine version of that. And like, to be frank, Cordell is just not a very toxically masculine person. And so I think certain people who believe certain things take that and assume otherwise.
Assume the exact opposite.
When you simply aren't concerned with meeting people's expectations regarding gender, even if like, or sexuality, like me being cishet, like I simply am not very gay. But in the sense that I don't try at all to meet anybody's standards or thoughts about it, in that way I'm incredibly gay. Only to people who have those standards and thoughts and live in that small little world.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Pride.
Happy Pride.
No,
Speaking
all
of
jokes
pride-
aside, deep ally. I'm not a very vocal person, not a very vocal ally, but I think I'd go to the mat for anyone.
Speaking of pride, who do we think we're all going to main as in the new Mario Kart?
Let's get beer together, queers. And
Thanks.
automobiles.
I was starting to get performative
Exactly.
with it. I'm glad you saved us.
Yeah, see, I want to, because there's a lot of new characters. And apparently some of them are unlockable. And that means we may have to like really play this game to unlock some great characters that we all know and love.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the roster.
Yeah, I found one that shows also some of their clothing.
Yeah, I gotta get in on the roster first, then I'm gonna look at the confirmed outfits.
We got Goomba, in case you were worried. We got Dolphin. We got Snowman. We got Cataquack. We got
thank
Peeps,
goodness.
which is, or excuse me, Peepa, which is a ghost. We got a crab, Sidestepper. You can be
There-
a Pianta from Sunshine.
So here's my question as well is if your idea of who your main will be does not actually have arms, please tell me how you defend how they actually drive a moving vehicle with no arms. Or in some of their cases, they may have arms, but those are not arms that could operate a vehicle, such as Dolphin. A dolphin could not operate a motor vehicle. So please,
Caleb,
Please
saying
defend.
such a thing during June is bold of you.
And I'm a bold
I've-
person. We all know this
I've-
about myself.
I've got mine narrowed down to a couple.
I think I do too.
The couple I'm considering, Wiggler,
Okay.
Gotta love a wiggler.
Monty Mole,
Good.
and
Good choice.
Pianta or Swoop,
Swoop.
just the little bat.
Swoop.
I think Swoop is actually, I'm gonna take it out of there. I don't like the vibe of that motorcycle it's on. So yeah, Wiggler, Monty Mole, or Pianta.
Those are all really good options.
I thought I was gonna main a weirdo. I thought I was gonna main a weirdo, like a Wiggler or like a Conch-d'Or. But I saw an outfit of the character I main now in Mario Kart, Bowser Jr.
Oh yeah.
And there's a costume he has where he's a Boy Scout, and all of his Boy Scout merit badges are like on his shell in between the spikes.
That's adorable.
And it's so cute. And
that's
gonna
good.
be me. That's gonna be me. Or I'm gonna play Pauline. Because we kind of look the same.
I agree with that. If there is a good outfit for Waluigi, then I will continue to main Waluigi. But when it comes to little weirdos that I want to main, I really gotta shout out my boy Stingby. I just think the idea of driving around as a little bee is very funny. And then Cataquack and Coin Coffer those are kind of like my three weirdos that I think I'll go for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, run them back again. Stingby.
Cataquack, Stingby, Coin Coffer.
My three little weirdos would be Cal, also Cataquack, and I think Conch-d'Or. Conch-d'Or or Dolphin.
Listeners,
Friends?
if you want to join us, eventually we'll have like a giant Mario Kart World lobby that we'll get together and play Mario Kart World in. But I will say, weirdos only in the Junk House.
You gotta be a freak.
Lobby.
In the junk chat, yeah.
In the junk chat, you gotta be a little weirdo. And if that weirdo can have a cool little outfit, that's preferred.
I think I know. I'm gonna be Wiggler.
See, Wiggler is a great choice. In the Mario Kart that's out now, there's a combination that I call the Abomination, which is Wiggler riding the Wiggler cart.
Yes.
And I hope there's another one. I hope there's many abominations we can create in this.
Yes.
There used to be a thing. It does not really happen anymore, but in my time zone, it was Wednesdays from like 2:00 to 6:00. There was a large group of people that would hop on online Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and play the Abomination. And if there was the Wiggler track that came up, we would all vote for that. And it was Wiggler Wednesdays. And we...
If that's still happening, we need to go.
There is a small part of me, upon learning that Wiggler was already this popular, that wants to change. But
that's okay.
What I'm really going to do, Wiggler's where I'm going to start, but I'm going to keep those other two in mind. And I'm going to see how it really feels in the game, you know?
Very good choice. Endpoint.
Do we think
you're going to be going around the whole world? You don't want to hate who you're driving as.
Exactly.
Speed.
Have we considered how weird it is that Cow is a character and now you can eat burgers as a dashing option and drive through Moo Moo Meadows? So you can really just be a cow eating cow in front of other cows.
That's what capitalism is. That's what the 1% is.
Finally, somebody tells me what it is. I've been trying to figure out what to be mad about this whole time.
Yeah, it's that.
Welcome back to Smart House.
Smart House.
Welcome back.
No, yeah. Yeah, that is actually kind of disturbing. But I'm going to do it anyway.
I think this is a lot like in the Mickey Mouse world where he is best friends with the dog. and owns a dog.
Yeah.
It's just best not to think too much about it. I like to think perhaps the cow and the cows are different species.
One is sentient and an alien, but just happens to look like cows.
Exactly. Or it's like a sentient race of cattle that is like us compared to like, I don't know, a chimp. Or it's like moo is the evolutionary future of cow, come from the future to do Mario Kart racing.
And eat past cow.
Because if someone said, "Hey Cordell, you can try chimp meat once," I'm not gonna say no.
You can ethically try it. Yeah. Why? Yeah.
This chimp signed a contract stating it wanted to be eaten.
Give me orange. Me eat orange. Me give you me. I forget how not online y'all are.
I don't know what that is.
Do you know? Have you ever heard of the chimps? That one chimp's first sentence.
No.
They taught a chimp to speak using sign language, and it spoke this sentence. I'm going to add this in post because it's funny.
Okay.
Mine is still loading. There it is.
So that's that's the longest sentence one's ever said. Obviously, no, that is a meme,
an edit,
but
that is so funny.
Me eat orange, give you me, you.
Yep.
Ever told you my
Chimps
favorite
learned sign
monkey?
and immediately started commerce based upon their own body.
I told you my favorite monkey story that happened to me. This is pretty great. So one time, I used to be part of this thing that's called the JDRF Ambassadors thing, where basically it's like a bunch of teenagers with diabetes, and we would go talk to lawmakers and stuff about stuff to like help with people that have diabetes. So like
to make
in
peace
Arkansas,
with the diabetic nation before their armies swoop in and destroy us all.
Right. So like in Arkansas, we helped get what's called the diabetes bathroom laws in place, which is basically like, hey, no matter what your school says, if you're diabetic, you have reasonable access to use the restroom to take care of stuff. That way you don't have to like go to all the way to the nurse for something. You can take care of yourself real fast.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. It was cool. But one time, one of the lawmakers that we were meeting with was like, let's go somewhere fun because y'all are teenagers. Let's go to the zoo. And so we all went to the zoo with this lawmaker. And the reason is apparently the Little Rock Zoo at the time had a chimpanzee with type 1 diabetes that they were taking care of. And chimpanzees' diet, you need like a lot of insoluble fiber. So you like stuff that like humans don't necessarily eat, but is in cardboard. So like chimpanzees, part of their diet is literally eating cardboard.
Love it. I do that same thing.
Crazy. So for the regular monkeys, they would feed them just, the cardboard they had, and it was like prepared a certain way, but they made sure to tell us that the diabetic monkey got Diet Dr. Pepper boxes as its cardboard because they wanted to make sure that it was diabetic friendly.
Incredible.
10 out of 10.
So none of the extra. That's so good.
Yeah, none of the extra sugar.
None of the extra sugar in that cardboard.
But it was like stuff like they had like a treatment that like took off paint and stuff because obviously the paint on the box is not safe. But they had treatments for stuff like that. So that's my favorite monkey story that happened.
Honestly, that is now my favorite monkey fact. Is that they eat cardboard.
Monkeys eat cardboard.
That is a good monk fact. I like when they wear robes and do chants and prayers.
I like when they ride on 1,000 typewriters and make Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
Us going
Sorry, I
in
heard a
different
weird
joke
noise.
directions was
was incredible.
was good. Sometimes
Also
this
had another-
podcast is a tug of war on humor.
I had another story that came up this past week with my wife, and my wife said, that's crazy. Have you talked about that on Junk House? And I haven't, I think. So if y'all want, I can tell you this is a true story, and it's very short, but then there's some details and probably some questions from y'all.
Okay. And then
I
we can
have
scream.
a literal mortal enemy that I would do anything to make sure their life is ruined. And
Finally!
it is the balloon animal artist in the White County area by the name of Mr. Pockets. I don't like him.
Caleb, I
Mr.
know
Pockets?
Mr. Pockets in real life.
No, you do not.
I do. I met him freshman year.
No, you do no.
I'm going to send you a picture, Caleb. There is a picture of me from my freshman year wielding balloon art made for me by Mr. Pockets.
Personally?
Yes, we were at Chick-fil-A.
Oh my God. Oh, I've seen him at Chick-fil-A. I know who you're talking about now. Wow. Why is he your arch nemesis? Oh.
We were getting in a good rhythm too.
Why is he your arch nemesis?
We may need to pause briefly. I'm gonna find this picture though.
Pausing. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Fine. Yeah, I'll set it down.
I think I'm back.
He's a.
Are you
What,
back?
hello?
I'm back. Yeah, no. Mr. Pockets is my enemy.
But why though? What did he do? What did you do? Why are
When
you all
I
what?
was but a child, and he was only a little bit older than me, if I'm remembering correctly. Like, he's not like significantly older or
No.
anything, but he was making balloon animals at the Pizza Inn, and we were there for the buffet because the kids ate free on certain nights of the week, and we were poor, so that was that. And I asked him if he could make the ship from Star Trek, and he said, no, that's not something I can do. You're a nerd. And I've hated him ever since.
He's a huge.
He called you a nerd?
He called you a nerd?
Called
To
me a
your
nerd.
face?
To my face. When I
Caleb,
was
are you
but
aware
a
of how
child.
deep of a nerd Mr. Pockets is?
No, because I haven't seen him since then, and I have because I worked in the downtown area, and I was like popular enough with certain employers who maybe had a block party featuring Layla the Wolf, and they said we want a balloon animal artist, and we were thinking about getting this guy named Mr. Pockets, and I said if you hire him for this, I will not work that day, I will not show up, and they said okay, I guess we're going with somebody else. So I have now at least successfully gotten him out of one job, and I hold that resentment in my heart still till the day I die.
Caleb, I hung out for a decent chunk of time freshman year.
You did with my enemy,
Mr. Pockets and his future wife.
Mr. Pockets is married?
If it helps, more so with his future wife than with him. But he's an incredibly big nerd, but he's a Star Wars nerd.
Oh.
So there's...
It was the War of the Stars.
Yep,
the Star Trek and the Star Wars. Not... Oh, wow. Caleb, I'm so sorry.
My wife was like, there's no way you have beef with a balloon animal person. And I said, yes, I do. And I will for as long as I can.
It's kind of amazing that you actually... He didn't get a job because of you.
Yeah, you caused this man financial harm.
Well,
Just
maybe
once.
not that far.
Well,
Just
one
once.
financial harm, just one.
Just once.
Just
I
one.
mean,
Just one
you know,
financial.
Just one financial harm. And you know what? Maybe he shouldn't have called me a nerd. Don't know what to say. You know what? He probably doesn't even remember that. And you know what? Makes it worse. Makes it even worse.
So it's unrequited arch rivalry.
Yes. This is unrequited mortal enemy type.
You're gonna be in a big heap of trouble when you find out that Mr. Pockets is an avid listener of our show.
That would be, you know
Yo,
what, Mr. Pockets,
come on the show.
Come on the show. Let's hash this out. If you like apologize,
the
I'll be
beef.
fine. I'll be fine. I was like, I didn't even know the name of the ship from Star Trek at that point. You know what? Right now, I don't remember it.
The Enterprise?
The Enterprise?
The Enterprise. I asked him to make the Enterprise.
You're so blinded by rage, Caleb.
I'm blinded by rage because I thought about Mr. Pockets.
I'm almost there. I've almost found this picture of me wielding balloons made by Mr. Pockets.
I'll let you know if you Google, at least when I Google Mr. Pockets, our Mr. Pockets is the second image.
That's
the same for y'all. but-
Even funnier. I'm not going to lie. I found him. I found it.
Same
Yep.
way?
That's the one I remember him.
Yep. Let me
I Googled
double
Mr.
check.
Pockets,
We gotta.
Xerxes, Arkansas, specifically. And it brought
I
up.
just typed in Mr. Pockets.
I feel like the fact that it's Mr. Pockets is the second one, that's actually pretty good for him. I'm not going to lie. But like Mr. Pockets, Xerxes, Arkansas bringing up something.
No, that's him.
He's
That's
the first
him.
one. Arkansas Times.
Yeah, Arkansas Tim's.
That
He's
is
holding the
him,
Captain
and
America.
I'm about to send in Discord the picture of me
there it
holding
is.
balloons made by Mr. Pockets for free.
It's just like, why would he just
Whoa, is that Darth Vader mask?
Yep, the Star Wars, not Star Trek.
Oh, because he hates Star
Apparently
Trek.
he hates Star Trek. Also, peep the freshman year fit.
Zombie bait.
I was
Good
so
old-
cringy.
What are you holding
Weren't
in
we
your hand?
all?
A sword. Mr. Pockets made me a
It
sword.
looks like a woman.
It is not a woman.
It looks like a blonde woman.
She's not.
Listeners, what Cordell is holding is a Rorschach test of a balloon sculpture.
Are you sure it's a sword and not a mermaid?
I'm 100% certain Mr. Pockets did not make me a mermaid.
Okay, it looks like a mermaid from here.
I think I know what Mr. Pockets made me, Sammy.
Okay. I'm just saying, if you zoom in, you can even see the shell bra.
And who's zooming? I no way. Actually, you're lying
Me.
about that. I'm gonna
I'm
gonna
not
pull
lying.
this.
I'm not lying. If you zoom in, there's like purple.
Oh no, that's a mermaid. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, that's a mermaid. It's a fucking sword, Samantha.
I have not looked at this picture
sword.
closely in years. I was just like, oh yeah, that's a sword.
Now, I
I
want to
was
say
like, that's a blonde woman. What's going on?
I'm just
In
gaslighting
the
you
write-up-
real hard today.
That's so. Hey, it's Pride Month. You got to gaslight at least one of us.
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
in the write-up of Mr. Pockets in the Arkansas Times, it says Mr. Pockets is not a clown. Debatable. Though
He's
he
not.
does wear Seussian hats and tells jokes. For example, want to hear a joke about butter? Sure. No, I better not spread it. That's a bad joke. You know what I say? You got to get better jokes, Mr. Pockets.
Gotta get some better jokes.
I
I just
You know what?
think that maybe Caleb, it's time to make peace with Mr. Pocket.
I will make peace with Mr. Pockets when I am able to come get the USS Enterprise. Okay, that's what will that's what will heal this
Oh.
rift in my heart.
It's the Enterprise. You need what child you wanted. You know what? Hey, Pride Month is about growth. It's about becoming a better version of you. It's about healing. What if Mr. Pockets, at the time that you asked for this balloon animal, was a closeted nerd and was scared to show his true colors as a big nerd and projected that onto you? Much like a guy I knew in high school who constantly made fun of me and called me gay, only to come out years later.
Is that something you can live with?
It's possible.
Also, that is a true story. I was in the marching band with this dude. He called me
Happy
gay
Pride
all the
Month.
time. Came out. It was hilarious to me. I was like, good for you, jerk.
A dude in the marching band
Yep.
with you
Yep.
called you gay.
Oh, yeah.
As someone else who was in marching band is trans, marching band is gay as fuck.
You're right. And that's probably... He played the Barry saxophone and was calling me gay.
Okay. I think he might have had a little crush.
He was
I
like,
just
please,
want to.
Please
Please
be
be gay?
Please.
gay question mark?
2015, Mr. Pockets was 17, and he had a business card that said inflating happiness since 2010, which does mean, hold on, at minimum, I would have been 12 or 13 asking for the U.S.
When he called you a nerd?
He was 14 years old, and you were like, can I have the Enterprise?
This is ridiculous.
He's an adult now. He might be able to do the Enterprise now.
I really think he's probably gotten better at his craft, and it's time to heal this wound.
What if I just need to move on and learn how to make the Enterprise out of balloon animals myself? What if that's the real?
Caleb's on a healing journey to learn to make the balloon Starship Enterprise.
Oh,
That's what
my
Pride's
gosh.
all about.
Oh my gosh.
These
Oh.
are things I'm saying.
This is...
Incredible.
You know who else hates Mr. Pockets? It's the good old Reverend Horton Heat.
Yep.
And they have a song called Psychobilly Freak out off the album Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em. And it's a 10 out of 10 song for 10 out of 10 times. And yeah, listen to it. It's our opening and closing.
Listen with your ears. If you liked this episode, or if you just want to tell us how you feel about, Mr. Pockets, give this a 5-star on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That would be pretty sick. You can also comment on Spotify. I guess that's where you should put some of your thoughts. But yeah, we also have YouTube. Check us out. Pretty chill, pretty vibes. Yeah.
If you have an email, and most of you do, you should email us and tell us what balloon animal you wish Mr. Pockets had made for you in the year 2010. Or perhaps email us and tell us Caleb's a nerd. And you can do that at junkhousemmailbox@gmail.com.
And I guess as we say every week.
Maybe the rage we put into street magicians on Junk House was me deferring the Mr. Pockets pain. No, I just don't like street magicians.
It's a psychobilly freak out.